Hello, everybody. This is Eddie from the Bronx here, and I'm with Tony, and we are Tiger Sports. We are coming on. We haven't been on for a long time. We've been on hiatus. I went to the Bahamas. Tony went to Hawaii. Um,
I wish.
he had the pig in the sand. I mean, we've been doing this. Hello, hey, how are you? Yeah, we've been doing all this great stuff. I mean, man, I travel the world on Grand Theft Auto 5, and all that stuff. So I've been really hitting it good. Well, the reason why we're here Monday, this past Monday, was the trade deadline for Major League Baseball. We had some good trades. We had some surprise trades. There was a lot going on. We had some debuts of players, especially with the New York Yankees and all that. But before we do that, we like to congratulate, and I did see it on our post. I'd like to congratulate Montez Ford and Bianca Belair. Had their baby today, I think, right?
They posted about it yesterday. I'm not sure if it was yesterday they had the baby or when exactly, but they just announced it.
Well, the EST is now mommy to be and a mommy, and I know
Good
Montez
Lord.
has kids from a previous marriage. Um,
Yep.
but from and all that, but congratulations to the EST and Montez. Great addition to the family. We hope somewhere down the road we would get Bianca back in the ring and her kicking ass and taking names. But Monday Night Raw was really weird. You had the return of Big Kaz. Apparently, Becky Lynch is now a face. I mean,
Yep.
I mean, we're gonna have a match between Braun Breaker, and Obafemi somewhere down the road, and yeah. But before we do the trade deadline, yeah, if anybody didn't see our Summon Slam predictions, we got some right, some wrong, and then some were surprise. I think we all knew Danhausen was going to win Human Money on the Pole match,
Yeah.
that and all that. But Tony, with everything all settled now, SummerSlam is over. What was your rating of the boat nights of SummerSlam?
Oh, jeez. Um, Man, it's tough to rate it, but I'd definitely say night two outdid night one for sure. Um, but rating wise, I think I would do maybe maybe a C for night one. The only thing that really brought night one up, in my opinion, was the two main event matches. Um, the rest of the card was just okay in my thoughts. The opening match was really good, but night two, I would give maybe a B or a B minus. It wasn't a whole lot better, but uh, so night two, the opening match was great. The main event was awesome. Was the best match of the show era of the two nights, in my opinion. Roman and Rollins. Just the stuff in the middle was a little. Some of it was a little lackluster, like the aforementioned Human Money's on a pole match. God, I hope we don't see that again. Um, but there was a couple other matches that were really good on night two that helped bring that one up. I felt like to the B or B minus compared to what we got on SummerSlam Saturday. So overall, I would say maybe a C plus for the two nights together.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think overall it was a C minus for the entire weekend. You had some good matches, you had some stingers and all that, but let's just get the elephant out of the room. You know, I got two things for 2 nights. The Bella, what up? There goes Fergie Lurgy.
Who the fuck you calling Fergie? Look at the name tag.
Uh, okay, Z Sky,
It's
Scorpio.
Zegon Sky, you jackass.
Okay, Scorpio Sky.
Oh, yeah, because I'm so that shade.
Oh yeah, you look beautiful, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So I was saying, let's get out of the room. The Bella twins need to quit, hands down.
We're
They
talking about
can't.
those bitches?
Yeah, they can't wrestle for shit. I mean, and now Bree gets hurt, and now we're like trying to figure out. Oh, good, another one. Let's just wait another 6 months. But yeah, that was horrible. And then the human money on the pole. I'm sorry. Is the next one going to be Judy Bagwell on the pole and match, or
Oh, God.
the Viagra on a pole match? I'm afraid, like, did Vince Russo come back to write this shit?
Not as far as I know. Last I
Yeah.
knew, him and WWE weren't on good terms.
I don't know, but he must have sent it through a fax, and Cornette must have read it.
Maybe. Who knows?
But I do have to give our props to our fellow host. John, you are one of the amazing person I ever met to get fucking Chelsea Green correct to win the fucking title. What the fuck? Do you have a fucking Chris? Are you Danhausen?
Just because I'm from Detroit does not mean Danhausen. Just want to point that out.
Yeah.
And whatever crystal ball I got, it didn't really help because I didn't win the season.
No, I understand that, but for the love of God, oh, Chelsea Green's gonna win. What the fuck?
Now, hold on.
Oh,
You and I tied for the season, so let's get that out the way first of all, John.
Yeah, which
'Cause you ended up with one less loss.
oh my God. When you said Chelsea Green, I'm like, well, Michael Hayes might have something to deal with that. I'm like, what the fuck? She won the title. I mean, damn it. Now, Unreal,
Yeah.
kiss my ass. But, it was all good. Now let's get to the real stuff. As you know, Monday was a trade deadline for Major League Baseball. So let's start off with the top 25 trades. The number one trade, August 1st, Terrence Skubal going to the Dodgers. My opinion, and you guys must have saw it, the Dodgers got a steal.
They did.
we got fucking fleeced.
I can admit that, and I'm not a Tiger fan by a long shot. I think the Tigers should have got more for a two-time Cy Young Award winner.
Yeah.
But the best part is his first start as a Dodger, the Cubs beat him.
Yeah. So let's go through this. If you were the Dodgers, if you were the Tigers, and you got an outfielder, River Ryan, Brady Smith, and I can't say, I'm just going to say Hope. I don't know the guy's first name. Zr Herp or something like that.
Zyher.
Yeah, something like that. Let me ask you this. With that trade, who would you ask for from the Dodgers? You just got basically shit from them. Would you add another piece? Would you add what was the main concern with the Tigers? What do they need the most on that team as of right now? If you would have just added an established player that is expired contract, who would you add? Because yeah, and who would that be?
I would honestly have to look up and down at the Dodgers, but just some.
Well, the one person that's sticking in my head technically is not bullpen, but I know that they don't want to be a Dodger. because they're being overshadowed by other players, and that's Yoshinobu Yamamoto, or whatever the fuck you say his name.
Yeah. And then I agree. And here's the thing that we're going to have a conversation about, gentlemen. Do you think it is now time for Major League Baseball to have a salary cap?
Yes.
Because
Past time.
it is really ridiculous that now the Dodgers, and I know the Yankees, and everybody said, well, your Yankees did in the 90s. Yes, we had a guy named George Steinbrenner that didn't give a shit what he wanted. He got there and there, but now that we're in this time and the payroll is almost $4 billion or $4 million or somewhere around there. Do you think that it's not fair to any other team that could have won out the Brewers or other teams to do it? Because now, if you look at the Dodgers, do you think they're going to be a team that is going to win a championship every year because they're just spending money like it's left and right?
So, can I point out one thing on that whole conversation, though? Yes, the Yankees went out and spent money
Yeah.
a lot in the 90s with George Steinbrenner at the helm, but did it always lead to championships?
No, because they had to get through Detroit and they fucking couldn't.
Exactly. So, in my opinion, if they don't repeat this year, that just shows you that they're not in pieces.
I look at the Dodgers. They went out and got Kyle Tucker. He is getting paid $40 million this year alone, and he's only batting .240. That is what, and
It's
I
crazy.
understand that. I understand that they want to have this all-star team, but is there any? If you look at the division, is there anybody that can stop them as of right now?
In their division, no.
And I'm not. The only team I think that can stop him is the Brewers. But
Yeah.
that's a
I think it would have
50-50
helped
chance.
if the Brewers but
But yeah, so that was the first one. Now we're going to go to the next one, which I was shocked because I know the Yankees needed catching, but we didn't do that at the trade deadline. Hadley Rushman to the Red Sox, which is, yeah.
That's gotta
Wait,
suck.
it does. But if you look at the Red Sox trade, they gave up a lot for Hadley Rushman, who is on his third stint of the IL, and then he's a free agent after next year. Do you think that they overpaid for him if a guy's on the IL?
Who'd they give up?
They gave Anthony Asada right-handed, Keenan Witherspoons, Eddie Rosario, Carlos Navaya, and a pitcher to be named later, a player to be named later.
Yeah, they may have overpaid a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You know, I think Hadley's a good thing, but he's on the DL for the third time this season. It's not a good look for a team that is basically surprising everybody that was left for dead, and then all of a sudden they go on this 15-game winning streak.
Right.
And
Yep.
then and
Which was
then the
impressive.
third trade we could talk about. Luis Arias going to the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies just changed their whole entire thing. Bryce Harper is going back to the outfield. and all that. And Ramon Marquez and Marty Gear is going to the Giants. What do you think about the guy Luis Ariz?
So basically, Philly just got the Pablo Sanchez from Backyard Baseball in MLB.
Right, basically, the guy's a three-time. Right now, he's batting 324 batting average. He has the best batting average in the National League.
Why didn't he go to the Dodgers?
That
Yeah.
they were talking to him. They were talking to him, and I know this is gonna hurt you guys. Casey Mize to the Padres. Isn't Casey Mize your number one pick back in the day? I know, New York salute, love you. Yeah,
So Casey is a big loss, I feel like, for the team. But it's also, I look at it this way, he was also a contract that was up at the end of the season. From apparently what Casey said afterwards, we never went to him on a contract extension, so it didn't sound like the uppers wanted Casey to stick around for the most part for some odd reason, which I think is kind of stupid because he was having a great season. But if you look up and down at the Tigers starting rotation right now, even after trading those two guys away, we still have a very good starting rotation. So we could, in my opinion, we could afford it. Not that I wanted to see Casey go or Tarek go, but I don't know that it's going to hurt us in the long run for this season anyway.
yeah, and your guys are 2.5 games out of the wild card, third wild card spot, so you still have a chance of making into the wild card and stuff. So that's
Actually, I
that's a
think it's
plus
1.5
there.
games after last night, but yeah.
Oh, is it a 1.5? Okay, yeah.
Haven't
But
we been
still,
undefeated since we traded
Yeah.
Scooble?
you have.
Yes,
See, we
we are
didn't need
4-0.
we didn't need that fucker.
Damn.
He was holding us back. Enjoy your life in fucking LA. Hope you get hurt.
Damn. The Jesse Ventura of the group right now. No, but
You could say that.
yeah. And then Robbie Ray to the Padres. Like the Padres need more pitching.
Trying to compete with the Dodgers. Can you blame them?
Yeah. And then that's not a good one. That's not a bad one. And then our guy, now let's go to our guy, Luis Garcia to the Yankees, which he has hit a home run with us. And then the Yankees gave up Jake Bird. See you later, bitch. You know, goodbye. And then Yadier Cruz, Jake Carbon, and Ben Gramble. Okay, so I did watch the game. I know you love me so much. I did watch the game with Luis Garcia. Good first baseman. I think he's gonna hit power at Yankee Stadium, but we didn't need a first baseman. We needed a catcher or an outfield piece. I don't know where this came out of nowhere, but I think the Yankees talked out of their ass.
Yeah, don't you need somebody to kind of replace Aaron Judge, not knowing if he's going to be back this season?
Well, good news as of today. Everything is clear with Aaron Judge. He could do some light activity, and it looks
Yeah.
like he might be
Light,
back
light.
by
Keyword: light activity. That means not carrying the Yankees.
yeah. I'm not happy
Yeah.
with the deal. I'm not happy with the deal. I feel like the Yankees should have and no, I haven't broke my TV yet because I was a little pissed off at the trade deadline. But what the fuck is this? You know, this is not the way we do business, but apparently this is the way we do business now. You know, so yeah, that's and yesterday the Yankees added another piece, George Lombard Jr. And you
Didn't he
guys know,
homer in his first game?
Yep, yesterday, and he is the
Yeah.
son of George Lombard, who I think is the Tigers bench coach.
He's one of our coaches, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was at the game yesterday, seeing his son hit a home run in Yankee Stadium. Congratulations to the kid. Lee sees more better than Anthony Volpe.
Nah, Volpe get sent down too.
Yep, Volpe, Jason Dominguez went down.
They could have just gave us Dominguez.
Yeah. We could have.
Yeah. And you guys have some bullpen pieces that we could have needed.
Yeah, you ain't getting a fucking bullpen.
Yeah, I know. Well, the one that surprised me, Clay Holmes and Tyrone Taylor to the Cubs. And the Cubs took the Mets. That's why the Mets are pieces of shit. Jefferson Arroyo is the only one that they got for two guys that were playing good for the Mets. This is what I always say to you guys. The Mets are the bitches of New York. They don't know how to manage a team and all that. So I really don't give a fuck about this one. You know, I'm like, good riddance, kiss your ass, and yes, John, what's up?
I love how you call them the bitches of New York, but didn't your Yankees blow a lead to the bitches of the MLB and the White Sox?
We did. But here's it, John. They're just bitches. We're classy bitches.
Okay then.
It costs you a little more to be around us.
See, I don't think you're
Well, you're
classy,
classy
bitches.
bitches like Tigers this year, so
Yeah, that's true.
They ain't classy bitches. They fly me to the moon, bitches.
At least you know the Sinatra song. I'm really happy about that part.
Oh, thank
Holy
you,
sh-
thank you. I only
holy
had to.
shit.
I only had to
Holy
Google it 5 minutes ago.
Holy shit! I'm like this. You just let me have to shed a tear.
had to
Like,
Google it.
fly me to the moon. Let me sing from the start. Yeah, oh man, you got me. Damn, man. Oh my god. Oh, that just made me happy. Well, now we're gonna go to the team I hate the most, and it's not the Red Sox. The Tampa Bay Rays.
no, it's a Met.
Oh my God. They got Liam Hicks as their catcher. They got Freddie Peralta. It shows that they care. So that's the only thing I'm going to say. They got some good prospects from Marlins. Got some good prospect from them, and Liam Hicks hit a grand slam yesterday in his first at bat. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Who was that grand slam against?
Colorado Rockies.
Nice.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. Now that the Rays got, and I'm asking both of you guys, now that the Rays have another starter in Freddie Peralta and basically boosted their lineup because they always had trouble at catcher, do you think that the Rays are going to win the division and maybe hit to the World Series, or they're going to get jammed up before the end of September?
Do you want my honest answer?
Yes.
I don't give a fuck who wins the division as long as it's not the Yankees.
Why the fuck did I not know that?
Do that.
Yeah. 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 I was not expecting anything different. But I
Well,
do
if you're
have
talking
to
about the AL East, I got to bring up
go ahead.
what the hell happened to the Toronto Blue Jays. They go from making it to the World Series last year to being in the last place of the division this year at the midway part of the season. I'm a little over.
Damn Canadians.
I will say this, and
Yeah.
I want you guys to chime in. A lot of people are saying the reason why the Blue Jays went from the American League champions to just cellar droppers is because they call it the hangover. No, I think there was a lot of injuries with that team coming out of the World Series last year. And if you look at Miggy, if you look at Vlad, he's having a down year. I think last year he hit 22 or 28 home runs for the season. He only has four. 4 home runs this year. I mean,
So he's having trouble swinging his bat.
yeah.
They make medicine for that.
And plus the healthcare is good over there to get it. You know. But the Blue Jays did pick up a pitcher in Jose Soriano from the Angels. So you thought about that pick. I know he was doing good and all that, but what factor do you think the Blue Jays? You think they're just gonna? They're basically, I think, what, 6 games out of the wild card, 6 or 5 games out. Do you think they have a chance to maybe get back into the wild card with a month to go? Yeah. I told you about the
It'd
Freddie
take a lot
Peralta.
to be able to get into it from where they're at.
Yeah, I see the Freddie Peralta deal. The Guardians in your division picked up Foster Griffin from the Nationals. He was 12-3, went to the All-Star game this year. I think the only good National, so yeah, that's another one. Then
Typical
Helio,
national trade.
yeah. Helio Ramirez got traded to the Yankees, and the Yankees gave up Jeff Kent's son, who was in our system, yeah. And then Henry I can't even say his fucking name. Yeah,
Leo Ramos.
yeah. Yeah, and then New Bar is now a Diamondback.
So they're gonna have Newt Bar and Corbin Carroll in the same outfield.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. The one that shocked me, fellas, and I could tell you this: Taylor Ward to the Seattle Mariners. Well, I'm going to do important ones because it's in your division. Joe Adell to the Guardians. Yeah. What do you think about that? Because the division's wide open in the Central with you guys. What do you think about Joe Adell going to the Guardians?
Yeah, it looks like Cleveland's gonna win it and then blow it in the playoffs. Typical Guardian fashion.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then the White Sox, which was a shock because they've been bad past couple of years. They pick up Luis Castillo from the Mariners.
What they need to do is bring up those fucking 3 minor leaguers that throw nothing but bombs and actually get them some playing time.
Yeah. But going back to the Mariners was Sir Anthony Dominguez.
I forgot he still played.
I did too. And then Boston Smith. I have no idea who he is.
Huh.
One that shocked me was a Met trade, but he was a former Yankee. Luke Weaver to the Pirates.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Juan Soto for a second.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Bet the Mets which they can move him. You know. And now here's the Rays, and this is the Brewers, and this can we could go line it back with the Dodgers. Dustin May and JoJo Romano to the Brewers. You think that's even going to help the Brewers catch the Brewers didn't get enough
I
pitching.
I I don't know if it's going to help them catch the Dodgers, but I feel like it's going to help them going into that postseason rush, and in the postseason having that extra depth.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
as of right now, the best team in all of baseball is the Milwaukee Brewers. Their first team to 70 wins.
And they still suck.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Dodgers. The Dodgers got swept by the Cubs.
Go Cubs! Go Cubs! Go
Which,
Cubs!
which is with that. See, this is the problem. Everybody thinks, oh, the Dodgers are going to do this. The Dodgers are beatable if you get them at the right time.
Yeah, especially with Scuba
Right.
on the mound, they can't win.
You know, everybody thinks, well, they're a powerhouse team. Powerhouse teams could get their ass kicked. I know that.
I'm about to say,
Shut up.
your
I was
Yankees
going to
used
say that. I know. I knew that was going to come out of your mouth. That's why I said, bitch, you ain't starting this shit first. You know.
Sure we will.
Oh, here we go again. We're in a fucking Tigers. You're talking about the Tigers. I feel like a sandwich because you're like right next to me on the screen. It's a little weird. But Cubs got another pitcher, and the
That's what
Twins.
happens when you're a Yankee fan on here with two Tigers.
Yeah, I know, it's a shame. But the Twins. Did anybody think the Twins were going to trade for somebody? They got Jeff Hoffman from the Blue Jays.
and they still suck.
You know. Dodger. Yeah, I'm not looking at any Dodger stuff, man.
Oh no! Where the Dodgers get again?
They got the Dodgers got Chris from the Royals. They got they have a Royals pitcher who's on the DL.
Bubik?
Yeah. And then here's the other Nathaniel Lowe is going to the Guardians. But yeah, that's the top 25. But here's the rest of the trades. Anthony Sanchez is going to the Brewers. Brewers are getting. Cubs got Braxton Garrett from the Marlins.
Oh.
Yeah. White Sox, which I didn't know they needed another outfielder. They got Brandon Doyle from the Rockies. And then Marlins get Victor. I cannot say his last name. But yeah, they got him. Pirates got Kirby Yates. White Sox got another catcher. Joey Bretts or something like that. He's now a White Sox. Red Sox got Eli White. Rays got Taylor Walls from that, and the Cardinals got Caleb from the Reds. Braves got Brett Snooner, and I mean, yeah, it was a busy trade deadline. trade deadline for a lot of people, but I'm gonna say this to you now that we see who all got. Hold on a minute.
I'll
Let's
drop it
just-
like a true Yankee.
yeah, I know. I dropped everything. Now
Yeah.
let's say that. Now let's say this, and I want to ask you, fellas. Let's be our GMs of all of our teams. What the hell is this? Let's be our GMs of our teams. If you were your GMs who on the trade line, who would you get to better your team?
So, if it were me for the Tigers, I would have went after. I think personally we could have used maybe another outfielder and definitely some bullpen help. Couldn't say exactly who in particular, but
Just saying.
Jason Dominguez.
Okay,
you know,
let me be Brian Cashman. Okay, so John, you call me up and say, "Hey, I want Jason Dominguez and all that," and we're like, "Okay, who else do you want?"
Your little bitch.
Okay, here's my trade proposal to you, and you can tell me if you would take it.
Wait, you know who I'm referring to when I say that, right?
No,
Who do you trash talk so much on your own team?
Volpe.
Yes.
Oh yeah, well
'Cause I
that's one.
feel like in a different environment he might actually be the Volpe of old.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you a trade proposal and see if you would take this. I would give you Jason Dominguez and Anthony Volpe for Dingler. And who is your best ready now reliever?
I guess I don't know who you'd call our best reliever right now.
Which is
Is it Vest or Holton?
would you give that up? And maybe we'll throw in Ryan McMahon and Austin Wells.
I would say no.
You so would you give up any minor leaguers? And we'll still give you Volpe and Dominguez.
I'm not giving up Dingler.
Okay. Well, you can't say Jake Rogers because he got
Yeah,
traded.
no.
Don't
got
freaking
traded-
remind me.
He got traded to the Red Sox.
I know.
So Tony, I don't know what happened to John, but Tony, if you were a GM, who would you trade for? Silence.
Here we go.
Yeah. Who would you trade? I know, John. If you were a GM of any, like I said this to Tony, if you were a GM of any organization, who would you trade with? Who would you be your trade partner?
The Dodgers, because they don't need all that fucking talent.
Yeah. But let's, think about that, but let's just go to this. Okay, so you know that at the end of the year, the collective bargain agreement with Major League Baseball is expiring. I think it expires January December 31st of this year. Okay, so when you go into the meeting, you're the GM and the owners. What are you asking for with this new collective bargaining? Because as of right now, to me, I think the league is broken. I feel like that as a fan, that too many superstars are being traded away. If it's not one of the super teams, it suffers. If you were in that meeting, what would you both I'm asking both of you guys, what would you ask in this new collective bargaining to fix the problem? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, so what would you ask for in this new deal?
Mm,
For the Dodgers to be replaced because they're cheating. Am I wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
Mm, I my first thing, and I know we'll all agree, it needs to be a salary cap in Major League Baseball
Yes.
because teams like the Dodgers and the Mets, and I hate bringing up the Mets and the Yankees sometimes too. You know, I don't know I think the Yankees are the third highest payroll in Major League Baseball. But if you look at teams that are basically scrapping by, I mean, look at the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays don't have a big ass payroll, and look at how they play. They're playing Moneyball.
Right.
What would be your ceiling of how much the salary cap should be? Because you know these players are going to be pissed off because when they get to free agency, they want $12.2 million for the next 7 years. For 340 or 445, or I think Otani is $1 million a year. What is the calorie cap that Major League Baseball should set? And does teams have to restructure their megastars contract before hitting a penalty?
I think they should have to. Some people are paid way too much, in my opinion. But
I got a phone call coming through. I'll be right back.
All right, man. My opinion, I think Major League Baseball has a problem. Yes, is it America? Is it America's pastime? Absolutely, it is. But
right.
my God! But when you have the Dodgers, and I knew it was going to happen down the road, when you have the Dodgers flat out just getting who they want at the trade deadline, do they need Terrence Skubal? No.
No.
You know, hey everybody, hey, thank you. We appreciate you saying hi to us. Please let us know about what you think Major League Baseball should do. Do you think the Dodgers need? Do you think because of all the moves the Dodgers have, ladies and gentlemen, that there should be a salary cap and all that on Major League Baseball? Because it is getting out of hand. And I'm a Yankee fan, and I admit it. We used to spend, but we never basically bought an entire team of all stars. And I'm just
Oh,
upset
that's
with
debatable, but
I'm upset because I feel like, you know, who's going to stop them? They're a super team. Is there anybody? Look at that. Look at the American League. Look at the National League. Look at the division leaders. Do we automatically put the Dodgers in the World Series?
honestly, like I said earlier, it's either with what money they spent. If they don't make it to the World Series, then something's wrong there. But any team can beat any other team on any given day. We both know that. So
Yeah.
anything could happen. And as mentioned, the Brewers do have a better record than them right now. So
If you
if
look
anybody
at
in the National League,
let
if
me
anybody
show
from the
you.
National League can
Go
go ahead.
ahead. No, I'm hearing you. I'm just looking at something. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, if any team from the National League can make it into the World Series other than the Dodgers, I would think the Brewers would be the one team that possibly could beat them. So
Okay, so here is the way the standings are for the divisions. In the National League West, the Dodgers are 69 and 46. The closest
right,
to get them is the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are 8.5. 8.5 out at 60 and 54. Then you go to the Central. It's basically a two-team race between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. 70 and 43, 66 and 49. And like I said here, the Brewers are the first team to 70. Then you go and it's
right,
a two-team race. Two-team race in the National League East with the Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. 7.5 games out of first is the Phillies. 68 and 45 is the Braves. 61 and 53. So let's just start with the Dodgers' own division. Tony, I'm going to ask you, do you think with a month away, do you think the Arizona Diamondbacks can catch up to the Los Angeles Dodgers?
no, I don't. I, I just feel like the Dodgers are the ones that are going to take that division.
Okay. Now let's go to the Central. The Brewers are the top dogs again, which is baffling with the way how poorly they start and they just finish strong. Do you think the Cubbies
Right.
could pass the Brewers?
I mean, it's possible. The Cubs are 7-3 of their last 10 games, and they're. I mean, it was mentioned that they just swept the Dodgers too. So the Cubs could potentially come up there and do it, but the Brewers have been looking good too. So it could go either way, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But it's going to be between more than likely those two teams. I
yeah,
don't see the Pirates or the Cardinals getting up there.
yeah. Pirates are one game under 500 at 57 and 58. They're 14
Yeah.
games out. Yeah, you're not the Yankees of 1978, to come back from a 14 game lead over the Red Sox. I'm sorry. Um,
Right.
the National League East is the Braves have a 7.5 game lead over the Philadelphia Phillies. At the current state of
Right.
both teams, and they do play a lot against each other. Do you see the Braves holding on with the division, or
Yeah.
do you see the Phillies making a swarm and coming back?
Well, if you go off of history, and I'm sure most people can remember what happened with the Braves last season. They were that close to making the postseason.
Yeah,
And what happened at the end of the season?
they lost to the Mets. Oh no, it was 2 years
Exactly.
ago.
They
It
got
was
choked
2 years ago. Yeah,
2 years.
yeah. But
It wouldn't surprise
all,
me to see the Phillies get hot and take over. But
and then the wild card right now is the three teams that said: Cubs, Phillies, Arizona, and then basically the Padres and the Marlins. Pirates are 3.5. All right, if you look at the division right now, if the playoffs would have started today, Dodgers get a first round bye. Is there
right,
anybody? Is there anybody in that division, in that league, in the National League, that can stop the train? I feel like maybe the Atlanta Braves, maybe the Cubs, because they did sweep them.
right.
But come playoff
I still
time, and
say
I know
possibly
that,
the Brewers.
and the Brewers, yes, and I know a lot of experience about people sweeping us in playoffs. Believe me, I know how it is. It's a different animal. I don't want to say this, but do you feel like any team should be scared of the Dodgers?
With the starting rotation they have, I feel like every team should be afraid of facing the Dodgers, especially in the postseason.
Yeah, I get a lot of
But
feeling
that's not
about that.
true.
Eventually at the end of the month, at the end of September, when the playoff brackets come out, we'll talk about that and who we think. But let's switch over to the American League
Yeah.
side. The American League this year is the shittiest division, the shittiest league this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody is close in the Central and the West.
Mhm.
And now the American League East with the Rays, Yankees, and Red Sox fighting for positions.
Yeah.
Do you think? And I can admit right now to you. I commit right now to you. Am I happy the way the Yankees started off and not get anybody? Yes. But man, the Tampa Bay Rays are cockroaches. They do not go away. They do
Right.
not go away. And I'm a little concerned about that. And I am going to be concerned about that. But here's this question to a Tiger fan. Because the way the division is in your division, do you think your Tigers could win it?
Ah. So, with the way they're playing right now, yes, if they can keep it up. But I feel like they're more likely going to be a wild card team when it comes to the postseason if they make it into the postseason.
So you think they're going to be the last wild card or the second wild card?
Yeah, that one's tough to say, but I think it'll be one of those two wild card spots.
Because right now, here are the top three wild card teams: my Yankees, the Boston Red Sox, and
Yep.
the Guardians, who are at
Right.
500. Tigers
Mm-hmm.
are 1.5 games, and these are the teams that are right behind the Guardians: Texas, the Orioles, the Tigers, the Mariners, and the Toronto Blue Jays, who are
We
three
have
and a
the
half
Twins.
games out. Out of all the
We have the
teams
Twins in
that
there
are,
before the.
and the fourth, out of all the teams, and we know Texas, it's going to be a nail biter. that's going to be a nail biter. Out of all the teams
Right.
behind the Texas Rangers, which one is more likely to make the playoffs? And I know you want to say the Tigers. I don't know if they have the right pitching right now because they gave two of their best pitchers away. I'm just being honest, you know.
Yeah, see that. Where I'd have to disagree with you still, because like I mentioned earlier, we still have a stacked starting rotation. We got
Yeah.
one of the best pitchers in baseball right now that just pitched another great game yesterday. So
Who was that? That kid. God, what is his name?
I'm waiting to
Not
see.
not Valdez.
No,
I
it's
know.
definitely not Valdez.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see what his name is. Did he pitch yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see who it is. Let me see. Well, Morton.
Troy Melton.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
7
best
and 1,
ERA of
1.58. Good for you. Holy shit. He's better
uh-huh.
than school. He's better than Scooble. He's better
Sure
than
as hell is.
and he's better than my guy Shitlow.
Yeah, well,
You
Troy
know,
hasn't had as many starts this season. I give him that much, but still. But we
but
also got several other as well.
most definitely. But I think that's good enough for the baseball side. But we had some sad news today, and I forgot to mention this on the opening. We lost WWE Hall of Famer today. His brother
Yesterday.
was it yesterday? Yeah,
It was yesterday.
his brother was middle aged and crazy, and Terry Funk.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Dory Funk Jr. Um, I didn't watch a lot of Dory Funk because he wrestled at a time
Right.
I was too young, but I do remember him at the Royal Rumble. I think it was 1996
Sounds all right.
when he was in the Royal Rumble and all that. But we just want to say to the Funk family, if they're still around, you know, who knows how many are alive still, but what a great career for the Funk family. You know, Terry's up there with a chainsaw and and all that, and be like, I'm your brother, but I'm also Chainsaw Charlie. You know, so my thoughts and prayers go to the family of the Funk family. But yeah, it was a sad time for another wrestler lost and all that, and all but we still have some WWE news. I don't know if you saw last night. Lola Vice lost to Kendall Gray in the NXT Underground, and after everything went off, Lola Vice's Bronx lover, um, Damian Priest came out and hugged her. Um, could we see Lola Vice this Friday on SmackDown?
Wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah. And then I've been hearing some news, which is sad, that WWE is not impressed with Sol Ruka.
Yeah, that's crazy if true.
I think she did a fabulous
But
job.
yeah. She was outstanding in that match this past Monday against Roxanne, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
looked better than her match against Raquel last week. Not to take over a little bit here, but you mentioned some news from wrestling last night. you'd be remiss if you don't mention the fact that yesterday on the Pat McAfee show, the Beast Incarnate himself, Brock Lesnar, did go on and announce that SummerSlam was his last match. He is now retired from in-ring competition.
Yes, and I was gonna bring that up. My
Not too late, sorry,
opinion.
but
No. That's fine. My opinion. Brock Lesnar was one of the greats. I mean,
Yep.
when you get dubbed called the next big thing, my God, he was. He was. When he came up,
Yes, I'd agree.
technically his first installment was going to be in a tag team called the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. WWE had a trademark, and it was going to be him and Shelton Benjamin, because they went to the same
They
school.
were. Yep.
I would say this: thank God that didn't happen. Nothing wrong with Shelton, but what a career! Let's go back to see Brock's career, man. I mean, originally his manager was supposed to be Jesse the Body Ventura.
That would have been interesting.
And the reason why it fell through because Jesse didn't want to be told anything by Vince McMahon. So, yeah. But Brock Lesnar's first run in WWE was an amazing. Your first major, you win the 2002 King of the Ring, and then you go beat The Rock at You go beat The Rock at SummerSlam. I mean,
Right.
what a way to
At
start
that
your
time, become
career.
the undisputed champion.
I mean, he had some good moments. The good moments when he beat The Rock, beat Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 19, but he should have never did that shooting star press because that was the worst I ever seen from a big man. Um, um, Brock had some low points. WrestleMania 20 when he wrestled Goldberg and he got booed out of Madison Square Garden. Yeah, that was a low point, and then he just left. But Brock, and I'm gonna have you say something about him. Brock had a great career, and he's the only man I know that could leave wrestling, go over to UFC, and kick ass over there, and become a world champion over there. I mean, we know a lot of wrestlers that went to UFC, and I'm not going to name him by his wrestler name, but Pepsi Phil couldn't hold a candle to Brock Lesnar. But I'm going to ask you, and I know this is Tiger Sports Talk, but hey, wrestling's wrestling. It's all where we go all over the place. Best moment about Brock Lesnar.
Yep. Ooh. Well, you took a couple big ones there. Him winning the King of the Ring and beating Rock all in his rookie year. Still, in my opinion, Brock Lesnar's had the greatest rookie year for any superstar in WWE history. Kurt Angle's a close second, but I still feel like Brock's was the greatest. He's the best combat sports athlete that WWE has ever seen. If it wasn't for Brock, would we have ever gotten? Would Punk have ever went to UFC? Would we ever seen Ronda Rousey move from UFC to WWE? Would we have seen Cain Velasquez in WWE? I mean, Brock Lesnar, in a way, opened many doors for WWE and UFC to work together, I guess you could say, in a way. And that is one thing I feel like he will always be remembered for. And yes, he had a stint in the NFL briefly with the Vikings camp, but we all know that didn't turn out so well for him. So, but then, I mean, when he left and went to UFC, and then he was gone for as long as he was, he came back, and I'm sure you probably remember it just as well as I do. The night after WrestleMania, John Cena standing in the middle of the ring after he had lost to The Rock the night before. The pop that man got when his music hit and Brock Lesnar returned to WWE was one of the biggest pops, almost a Road Warrior-ish pop that we've ever heard in WWE. And to see Brock come back, he looked even bigger than what he did in his first run. And to see him absolutely destroy John Cena, not just that night, but in matches after that, the first couple matches he had back in WWE, was impressive. Legendary.
Yeah, the match that I remember with Brock is when he suplex City John Cena. What was it, like 28 times to win the WWE
Something like that.
championship? Yeah, that was amazing. And the funniest moment I like with Brock, my funniest moment was in the home of the Tennessee Titans, taking the ring with Roman in it and lifting it up. I'm like,
Yes.
what the fuck did I just see? You know, I never
Right.
saw a wrestler do that in another thing. You know, you're right about one thing about Brock. He had some good matches and all that. He's gonna go down as an instant Hall of Famer. I don't know if it's gonna be
Yeah.
next year or because next year everybody knows that next year WrestleMania is in Saudi. Does Brock want to travel to Saudi just to collect the Hall of Fame and all that? But I think
I don't know if
Brock.
the Hall of Fame's going to be there, but
Yeah, they said it is. They're gonna do
did
it,
they?
and
I know they're doing
it.
NXT and AAA in New York.
Yeah,
that
they're
weekend.
saying that they're gonna do it in Saudi.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I guess it makes sense. Saudi's going to pay him big bucks in there, so.
Do I think Brock deserves a instant Hall of Fame? It is a debate on that because who do you want first? Do you do co-headliners or do you just do one headliner? Because they're going to put in John Cena somewhere and all that. Hell, Batista's not even in yet. And he was supposed to be in doing the COVID era.
Right? Yeah,
And
but I don't see Batista going over this one.
no. But something shocked me on Sunday night. And it wasn't the wrestling because we got more commercials.
God Lord.
3 people shocked me that I thought will never come back to the WWE. B. Bryant Blair and Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, the Killer Bees.
Yeah.
And then one guy who I thought we'll never see is Rick Martel, the model. Rick Martel.
Right.
My opinion, and this is my opinion, I want your opinion. The last time we saw a team or people that hasn't been on WWE programming for a long time and they come back, there's a sign that they're going into the Hall of Fame next year. Do you feel like it's time that the Killer Bees which never won tag team gold in the WWE in the late
No.
80s. And Rick Martel, which I think Rick Martel should go. He is a former World Wrestling Federation tag team champions with Tito Santana. Do you think, and this is a debate,
That's,
do you think Strike Force or the Killer Bees should go into the WWE Hall of Fame?
mm. Honestly, I mean, the Bushwhackers are in there, so that tells you something. Personally, I think Strike Force should before the Killer Bees, since they've been tag team champions. But I'd rather see Rick Martel get in there by himself on its own merit first.
But you know, WWE packages people and all that. They packages people just to get them in, like they did with China. I still think with Joni and with China, she should go in separate as the first woman to win the Intercontinental title. I always feel like that,
Right.
and all that. But I always say to myself, like I say to say this, but next year's Hall of Fame, it's going to be a little different. It's going to be like who deserves to be in there. There's some groups, and some groups. I mean, hopefully it's not the Rougeau brothers because there's a lot of talk coming out. There is a lot of talk. I don't know if you heard. I know this is Tiger Sports, but god damn it, wrestling's a sport too. So we're gonna go all over. We're gonna go all over the world in this bitch with
It
this
is.
thing. But rumors are coming out of Montreal that TNA doesn't want the Rougeau brother, one Rougeau, back doing anything with the company.
I think you mean AEW.
I'm sorry, yes, AEW. I heard the Mountie
Don't do
had
TNA.
I heard the Mountie had a big fit.
Yeah, I heard that as well. Jacques Rougeau had put together a video package that he wanted played when they were there for Dynasty, I believe was the name of it.
Mm.
But AEW, Tony Khan
Redemption.
said no, he wasn't going to use that. Redemption, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But Tony Khan didn't want to use it because there was a lot of matches and a lot of content in there that they didn't have the rights to. So they didn't end up playing that. And then Jack, I guess, had issues with the promo that he was supposed to do. So he was hard to deal with, from what I understood.
I just wish the Dynamite Kid was here so he could punch him in the mouth with some quarters.
Well, unfortunately, he can't do it. Maybe his kid could. But
yeah. But yeah, I did watch NXT last night. Who was Robbie E talking to? I mean, Mr. Stone. I call him Robbie E because that's what he was.
no, I know why you say it.
I mean, who is he talking to? Who is this new signee?
That is a good question. I could easily see it being somebody again from TNA. I know there's one person whose contract over there is up soon. The only problem is I also know he's got a match at Lockdown coming up. So I don't know that it would be him. That being one Leon Slater, because there's been talks of him joining WWE after his contract with TNA expires. Could it possibly, if they're calling up Lola?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say it's Fago Del Sol.
I wish.
Uh-huh.
KJ Orso would be a great pickup for the NXT and WWE.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling if they pick him up, he'll go to Evolve first. But we'll see what happens there. I almost feel like it might be a female superstar since Lola Vice is more than likely getting called up to SmackDown. I just don't know whom it could be. maybe we get Jakara Jackson back, aka Mara Sade, but it seemed like it'd be somebody a bigger name than that. But who knows?
I
I know
did
her
find
contract with
out.
TNA is up, and didn't re-sign with them.
I did find out that a TNA woman knockout asked for a release, and she got it. The redhead chick. God, what was her name?
Jody,
Yeah,
no, not Jody, but yeah, Jody Threat.
yeah. She asked for her release and got granted.
Yeah, I seen that too. I also seen
But
that Bear Bronson's wife, Gabby Forza, got signed by TNA.
oh, that's his wife.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I seen it on Twitter today. But yeah,
Is that the one that's holding like that little puppet or whatever
Nomi,
the fuck
the
that
gnome, yeah,
is? Oh my god, I didn't
the
know that.
gnome.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh my god. Okay. But I did hear something of a rumor, and we could just talk about it here. Piper Nevins and Elio might be gone.
Oh, Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah.
Piper Niven hasn't been cleared, so it's surprising too much. Ilya Dragunov, that'd be such a waste if true.
I'm a little upset with WWE because they're going back to the old shit. Like Baron Corbin, no offense, love the way he works, but Carmelo Hayes should have been in that match on Sunday. I'm gonna say, and when are they gonna bring up Kalani Jordan? She's been there way too long. She's already ready to move up,
That's true.
and they're not moving her up.
Right.
You know,
And I'd agree with that.
we have a
I mean,
lot
it'd be
of
nice
other.
to see her get an NXT Women's Good.
Yeah, and we have a lot of stuff going on in the world of wrestling. All In is coming out what, in 2 weeks.
The end of August.
End of August.
No, it's 3 weeks. Or 4
And
weeks. Sorry, still 4 weeks. Yeah, because I think it's August 30th.
it's going to be a. And then last month we celebrated 30 years of the New World Order of the NWO, which is baffling that the only one left of that group is Kevin Nash and stuff like that. But yeah, it wasn't it wasn't something, but I know that I'm really happy with. I'm okay with SummerSlam, but I really want more. We got some, and I know you guys were happy because I was happy. Great to see Kevin Owens back.
Yes, I agree with that. Best
I'm always
moment of the weekend, really.
most definitely, but I'm gonna announce something right here. I love when we talk about and I'm going to ask you right here, right now. I was thinking maybe we should reform this. Maybe we should reform this program. And I was thinking maybe you know how WWE does that post show after every pay per view?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we should do that with our show and do like the retro thing. We'll still talk about playoffs and baseballs and trade things and the upcoming NFL season. But we still have a long time to do that. But I would love to start doing that
Yeah.
in the next pay per view, which will be. Was there any in August? And I mean September.
Nope. The next one for WWE is Money in the Bank in October. How
And
much
I
they end
was
up
think
adding other than AAA
and I was
and
thinking
NXT.
maybe we should do, because we do have enough time, maybe we should do a retro show. Do a retro show. Do like pick a pay-per-view that we liked from any, we are coming up. It is the 30th anniversary of the New World Order. We couldn't do Bash at the Beach because maybe we should do War Games. Damn it, I wish William Regal was here.
War Games.
Yeah. And I think we should talk about the 96 War Games, how it changed, how everything about that, or do something or profile somebody. Maybe we should profile.
We'll figure out something.
Yeah, we should do something, but it's always a pleasure, and I want to say thank. And I'm sorry I haven't did this. I like to say thank you to our sponsors, Funky Punk, Philanthropy, and Daisy Luck. Three wonderful ladies kicking ass and taking names. Oh, and by the way, I just want to say to Tony, beautiful job on the intro for our sponsors. You know, I was like this. I'm like, he, and I love the way you said it. Well, Eddie has the pizzazz to do this, so I'm just gonna try my best. I'm like, oh shit, he actually said that. I'm like, no,
Well,
but you did good. But you did good, and I can't believe you said this because I'm the oldest. You did good, kid.
thanks.
Yeah.
But I got Funky Punk QR code up there at the moment if you want to build that
Yeah,
in real quick.
Funky Punk. Funky Punk is a great store. You can buy vintage clothes. She also sells WWE stuff. She sells anything that you need for great prices. Go in there, mention our show, Tiger Talk Wrestling, and get 5% off on anything in the store. That's Funky Punk on West Winter Street, right next to Carmen's, right around the corner from Carmen's Cafe and all that. So just go down there and go buy some stuff from Marley. She has a great store, a lot of good vintage stuff. She's just looking there. She has her schedule when you do it. Just please go down and support her. She's a great lady, and I'm very glad to have her as a friend.
And we're happy to have her as our first sponsor.
Oh, most definitely. And then we got Philanthropy. Um, she will be adding some new stuff coming down in the near future that we have to update this. She is now gonna sell spices for foods. So
Nice.
she's not just gonna sell your laundry needs, she's gonna sell your tummy needs. Um so I know we have one for her too.
Yep, I got that one up now. Here.
Okay. Yeah,
Facebook
so
page.
Philanthropy
QR code.
right next to Funky Punk, right there on the same block as her. Really nice lady. Mention our show. Tell her tell her how pretty we are because I want her to know that we're the prettiest bunch in the world. Just tell her Eddie send you
Yeah,
and
sure.
say that we are pretty and all that. She will give you 5% or anything in the store. Really nice lady. And if you want to save the environment, not just being an asshole and not want to save the environment, her stuff will save the environment. Come on, people. We need to clean the air because we don't want to die by 2026, 2020, 2036. We don't want to die, like we're supposed to die in 2012. Like the whole world was going to come
Right.
to an end. I want to live until I'm 90.
Nice.
I'm saying 90
And I
because
got
I
one for
could be.
Daisy as well.
Oh yeah, and then Daisy Luck. She is downtown right next to the LC Walker Arena. If you don't know where that is, it's called some fucking help. It's downtown. It used to be the LC Walker Arena. It's down by. It's inside where Top Shelf Pizza is. It's a boutique, so you could buy some fancy shit. I do have a picture. I wish I could post of me looking sexy as hell in one of her jackets. You know, hold up. I might send you this. I'm gonna actually send you the picture, Tony, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, is this what you do to yourself?" Yes, this is what I do to myself. Um, all right, it's coming your way, so you might want to laugh at it. So,
Yeah, it's a little funny, but
yeah, just show the people on the screen, see if they can see it. Yes, that is her
let's say you might not be
outfit.
able to see it that well.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, maybe I can get it on there. Hold on. Yeah, look. Look at that. That's not a sexy beast. I don't know what is.
Right?
Yeah, Daisy is an amazing woman, and plus, when you go there, she'll give you 5%, and also some tea too. She gives you free
Some
cold
tea
brew
too?
tea. Yeah. Oh, not the Terminator, but you know what I meant. you know, but
Darn.
but she could. And coming soon. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Yeah, I lost you there for a second. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Hold on. Oh shit! You can't John Cena me.
You can't see me.
Yeah.
Literally,
There
you
you
can't see.
go. I came back. No, but soon she might want to do our own T-shirts of Tiger Talk Wrestling. So yeah, that's gonna be a little different of me. I told her to make me look like the Ultimate Warrior, with the crazy '80s hair because I'm starting to lose my hair. So I just told her make me
Right.
give me Ultimate Warrior's hair and Ravish and Rick Rude's body.
That'd be perfect.
And she said, "What about your friend?" Well, okay, John. I don't know if you hear me. I told her to make him look like Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Oh Jesus. Well, I could see that, but
I think with his hairstyle, and I think if he grows the Jim the Anvil Neidhart and starts
goatee.
laughing like them, perfect fit.
Yeah.
For you, let me see. Let me go down the list.
Oh Lord.
No, 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 no. I was gonna say the Red Rooster, but you don't have the hair for it.
No, no, no.
um,
No red rooster.
let me see. Damn. I got it. Because the way you have your glasses and the way you are built, would you mind painting your face red?
Paint my face red?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then would you wear a white suit?
Nah. Maybe. But
And
no,
a
I'm not
red
gonna be
shirt?
brother love.
You have that brother love look on you.
Oh, come on.
You'll be hey.
No.
You could say I love you, or you could be
Pass. Hard pass.
or you could be Telly Blanchard.
It's a better option.
Yeah. I'm just, I mean, hell, I could look like the fucking Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah.
No, but it's been a good time. We're gonna get out of here. We'll leave a comment about who you think won the trade deadline. You already know my opinion about my trade deadline. It sucked. But tell us what you think.
Tigers would have picked up.
Yeah, I know you guys wanted Dominguez, but tell us what you guys your opinion and please leave a comment. Please leave a comment of what you want to see for our next show. Do you
Comment
want to
check.
do a retro on Tiger Talk Wrestling? Do you want to see a retro thing of something? Talk about do a WWF spotlight on the career. And before I let you go, there's one thing I want to ask you, and it's about the main event of night 2, the conclusion of the Shield. I feel like it was a perfect way to end a perfect rivalry is to say goodbye to the Shield. And I feel like they did it good, but if you want us to go back in time and relive the entire saga of the Shield, we could do LA Knight's version, Unicorn, Romeo, you suck. you know.
Right.
But I'm Eddie from the Bronx. The final boss. This is Tony. I'd like to thank our wise man, John. Our Oracle and all that. So this is Tiger Sports. Please wait for us for Tiger Talk Wrestling. You guys have a good night and then keep it fresh, baby. Keep it fresh. Have a good night.
Let's use this to close it out. But thank you guys for tuning in.
God, I even forgot that Tess was even a part of TNA.